Well, here we are, Mig. It's 2024, and this marks a couple of milestones. It's season 12 of Fishing and Adventure, and we've been with Honda all the way.
But there's a fair bit more history to Honda Marine than that. In fact, 2024 marks 60 years Honda have been producing outboards. Since 1964, Honda has been committed to the environment, building only 4-stroke outboards from day one.
That's 60 years of innovation and development, and that's helped shape the awesome Honda range available today.
So now we're going to take you on a quick journey through the massive range of Honda outboards that you can check out at your local Honda dealer today.
Honda have a fantastic range of smaller motors, and here they are in front of us, Mig.
There's some awesome technology. Let's take you through the range. And starting off with this little beauty, the BF 2.3, an air-cooled engine, which means very little maintenance, no need to flush it out, which is great if it's sitting on the back of your dinghy or if it's down at the batch. 360-degree rotation gets you going in the right direction. Centrifugal clutch, simply twist and go. And it's lighter than a lot of the other portables on the market, as you can see. Next is the BF6.
It's got a bigger capacity at 127 cc's. It's still super easy to carry, less than 30 kilos. And it's also got this great carry handle system here that Honda's got on it, and it helps with those carries down to the beach.
It's got easy starting, which I definitely need. It's got an automatic decompression system, so it means startup is a breeze.
It's got specifically developed rubber mounts, which means low vibration, and a large 1.5 litre built-in fuel tank, but you've also got some extra range if you need it, because it's got this little option here to plug in a tote tank, Mig.
That's it. Just flick the switch and the motor will draw from the tote, or flick it back and it'll run on the inbuilt tank.
Moving on to the BF8. Now this is the first 2-cylinder engine in the range. It's also got the low vibration system, which is just great for those little dinghies. You get none of that vibration through the boat and just makes the ride super smooth.
And with a high output charge coil, which is great for these little boats because you're starting to power fish finders and other electronics.
It also has a pretty cool technology which Honda call reverse exhaust relief. So the exhaust gases are expelled from different ports depending on if the motor's in forward or reverse. So it just means that the propeller is running in clean water, which means it's super responsive, eh?
That's it. So if you're using it around docks, wharfs, jetties, it means you've got real instant control. Onto the BF10, there are a few variants you can choose from with the 10. You can choose electric start or pull start, and available in tiller and remote option. It has a low vibration mounting system, making the ride more comfortable.
And even with the recoil start option, it's really just one hand starting thanks to the inbuilt decompression system.
The easy control tiller means all the controls are right at your fingertips, so it's a great option for smaller sailboats or inflatables.
Now the BF15, we step up in capacity here to generate that extra oomph. These are a 350cc twin cylinder, a nice low revving motor, not stressed, nice and efficient. And you can still carry them. Even you could probably manage these, Mig.
I definitely can, thanks to this easy carry handle, which is really comfortable.
And we've got the automatic decompression system, making it super easy to start.
The BF20. It's available as a tiller, but also as a remote option like this one here. The BF20 is equipped with power tilt and gas assist tilt variations.
Perfect for effortless engine tilt operations and really good for that shallow water running. We've got easy recoil start, but it's also available as an electric start variant. Now stepping up to the 3-cylinder range. The first of these motors is a 30 horsepower. These are quite lightweight for this capacity at just over 70 kgs.
It's available as tiller and remote options. It has Honda's patented forefront corrosion protection and other features like rubber mount design which reduces vibration, and it has an all alert light.
Now moving on from the 30, we step up to the Honda BF40, a great little motor. It's nice and slim, a compact little package. It also has a lot of the features that make Hondas perform so well, like Honda's blast system, which stands for boosted low speed torque.
This system alters air-fuel ratio and ignition timing at low RPM under heavy acceleration and helps the boat up and onto the plane. It's fuel injected. It's NMEA compatible, meaning all engine data including fuel consumption, engine RPM and trim angle can be displayed through your devices on your NMEA network.
It delivers 17 amp charging, so you can run a bit of extra tech on the boat to help you find that perfect catch. And it's available in tiller and remote options.
Remote options also include basic rigging kit, which includes a standard Honda remote, analog gauges, aluminium prop, everything you need to get out on the water. And if you want to upgrade your rigging kit, talk to your local Honda dealer.
After the 40, the next in the range is the BF50. Now, the BF50 shares the same capacity and features as the 40, but it's got a remapped ECU, which delivers more fuel, opens the throttle body, and further ups that horsepower.
It's lighter than many other 50 horsepower outboards on the market and has this awesome slim design. A great option for those boats that are only rated to take up to 50 horsepower.
It's available as tiller and remote options, and the remote option also comes with a basic rigging kit.
The BF60. This is a real peach of a motor. It's one of the highest selling 60 horsepowers on the market. It's very popular for its power and economy.
The 60 horsepower stands on its own really. Its specially designed 998cc engine is purpose built to deliver a true 60 horsepower with ease. You won't meet a BF60 owner that doesn't love their engine.
It has a 17 amp charging alternator to power all of those electronics. It also has plenty of engineering features like Blast and Eco-Mo, which lifts performance and improves economy.
It's NMEA compatible, meaning engine data can be displayed and shared through your NMEA devices. And it's available in remote and tiller steer.
One option with the 60 is the power thrust model. This is a variant of the BF60 that has a bigger gear case and larger diameter propeller. This ultimately results in greater thrust and is particularly useful for commercial applications.
Now you see a lot of these on commercial barge vessels working mussel and oyster farms because they're so durable and economical. From here, we step up to the 4-cylinder range. This starts at the 75 horsepower and we've got one of these on our smaller boat up Ship Creek.
It's a 1496 inline 4-cylinder overhead cam 16 valve design. Excellent charging performance with the 44 amp alternator. We've got plenty of gear to power, so we know it's good.
It's got Blast and Eco-Mo tech. And again, some hulls are only rated to 75 horsepower, so this is a great option.
Now the BF80, similar to the 75 with a little extra horsepower. These motors have an extremely slim design, they look good and suit a variety of boats.
From an engineering perspective, they have plenty of great features. The engine blocks are aluminium, which helps reduce weight, but the cylinder sleeves are steel for durability. These motors have what Honda calls three-way cooling.
Effectively, the engine has 3 cooling circuits. One cooling circuit for the cylinder head, one for the engine block, and one for the exhaust manifold. This is the type of engineering technology Honda has built in to aid reliability.
There are actually 2 thermostats, one for the block and one for the head, meaning the critical parts of the engine are running at optimal temperature all of the time. And now we move on to the BF90. The same capacity as our 80, but here the extra power comes from the special feature we love, Honda's VTEC system.
The BF90 is the first engine in the range to have VTEC. You've probably heard of it, Honda invented it. It stands for variable valve timing and lift electronic control. Effectively, you have 2 cam profiles. The system delivers smooth, stable idling by utilising mid-range cam lobes to operate the intake valves at low RPM.
Then, at the higher RPM, it engages a high output cam lobe, which broadens the torque curve and delivers incredible top-end power. Don't get this confused with variable valve timing systems that other brands promote. These simply alter valve timing and they don't actually change valve lift like Honda's VTEC system.
Now we're on to the Hyundai. When you need a bit more, the 100 horsepower sits on the end of this range. Slightly remapped for extra power, it's got all of the good stuff.
VTEC, Eco-Mo, Blast, all in the same slimline design.
The next family of inline 4 starts with the 115. The extra power comes from a much larger capacity in this range, 2,354cc.
Now there's no replacement for displacement and the BF115 has the biggest displacement of any 115 in the market. The Honda BF115 offers excellent reliability. It produces power without the stress.
It's based on the automotive platform. This is designed to do hundreds of thousands of Ks on the road, many more hours than you would ever do on the water.
It has a bottom mounted flywheel to help reduce vibration and Honda's proven belt-driven alternator design, which reduces heat buildup and provides superior battery charging capability.
You have the choice of drive-by-wire or mechanical rigging. The drive-by-wire engine control unit offers binnacle mounted throttle controls for as many as 4 engines.
And the latest generation styling also looks pretty trick.
Now on to the BF135. Lots of hulls are rated to 135 to 140 range, so this motor hits the sweet spot.
It's the same 2354cc as the 115. Some magic with the ECU mapping helps lift the HP.
But the 135 also has Honda's variable length intake manifold system to achieve both low speed torque and high RPM power output.
2 intake passages with different pipe lengths are provided and the passages are switched by opening and closing a butterfly valve. This system maximises combustion efficiency across the rev range.
And the 135 is also available in silver or white. Now the 150, all the good stuff from the 135, but the extra power comes from the addition of VTEC.
And it's also available in white, as you can see, which is a pretty cool option depending on the colour of your boat. Now the first of the Honda V6 range is the BF175. The big displacement V6 offers the largest capacity 175 horsepower on the market at 3.6 litres. While some other brands are making smaller engines work hard to achieve the same horsepower, the Honda V6 does it easy.
Now, when you need a little bit more, or the boat is rated to 200 horsepower, then there is the BF200. Now, with all the motors in the V6 range, you have the benefits of the proven Honda automotive platform. 24-valve overhead cam, bottom-mounted flywheel to reduce vibration, and external exhaust ports to help reduce exhaust noise and vibration.
It's got a grunty 2-to-1 gear ratio, which really helps that prop bite in the water. Of course, the V6 range has that awesome belt-driven 90-amp alternator to power all your gear.
The V6 range also has Honda's Amp Plus system. At idle speed, Amp Plus automatically increases the RPM by 100 to produce the additional amps when the engine senses the need for extra amperage. This helps prevent critical battery drain, a concern when you're fishing kilometres offshore. Ideal for when accessories such as sonar, GPS, lighting, stereo, live bait tanks and trolling motors are all operating simultaneously.
Now for the 225 and the 250, there's the addition of VTEC, which optimises power and efficiency at all engine speeds.
We've had multiple 225s and 250 engines on Holy Ship. They are unbelievably smooth and quiet. Half the time the engine is running while we're filming and you can't even tell.
And don't forget about that 7-year domestic warranty from Honda, backing their product, giving you great peace of mind. And that warranty is transferable, so if you sell your boat within the 7 years, that warranty is transferred to the new owner.
Now the BF350. How cool is it that 2024 marks 60 years of Honda and also the release of this weapon, the BF350.
We've been lucky enough to have the first BF350 in this part of the world on the back of Holy Ship, and we've never had an engine that attracts so much attention. It's Honda's first ever production V8.
It's 5 litres and a true 350 horsepower. It's got a host of engineering features like plateau honed cylinders which help lubricate the bores. It's a 60-degree V design.
The crankshaft in this thing is a masterpiece. Each cylinder has its own crank journal which reduces vibration and makes the engine less stressed. This thing is so well balanced it doesn't need any internal crank balancer.
It's got 3 air intakes to feed the big donk and a water separator system so no moisture gets into the intake. It's got all the Honda tech, Blast, Eco-Mo and its VTEC.
There's also a few cool new features. Auto tilt, so you can just tap the button a couple of times to tilt the motor up. And auto trim will adjust itself to preset trim levels at certain speeds. Cruise control and some trick new remote options to make all that work.
It's the latest and greatest. 60 years of 4-stroke outboard design from the largest engine manufacturer in the world. That's a look at the entire Honda outboard range. There's a motor for every run, right from the 2.3 all the way up to the 350.
Thanks for joining us. To find out more about this awesome range, jump onto hondamarine.co.nz or talk to your local Honda Marine dealer.